everyone. Happy Monday. It is another Monday, and I'm really excited to be with you guys today. My name is Janelle Villiers. I'm your host of the Janelle Villiers podcast. And I'm really excited because typically on Mondays, I'm talking to you guys about tips on how to write books, how to get your book edited, how to get it self-published, how to market your book, all the different things. But today I'm really excited because I have a guest. And when we have guests come on, typically they're also authors. And sometimes I have guests that aren't authors yet, but their stories are super valuable and need to be shared and told. But today I do have an author with us to help us go over today's topic. So really quickly, if this is your first time on the Janelle Villiers podcast, please go ahead and put a 1 in the comments because I want to shout all my first time viewers. Hello, hello. If you are a returnee, if this is not your first time here, go ahead and put a 2 in the comments so that way I can shout you out. And because this is live, if you have any questions, comments, or anything, please go ahead and put them in the comments. That way I can share them and we can answer your questions live. I'm really, really excited. So here we go. 1. Hello. So here we go. I'm really excited because today's topic is something that I think a lot of people have questions around. How can we go viral and get paid? Specifically on social media, I guess anywhere, right? But that's where we're going viral, right? On social media. And as many of you know, I may be an expert in terms of books, but I am not an expert in this particular area. So I'm really excited to bring the guest on today to share with us all of his insights. He is someone that I have become good friends with. I've been really proud to work with him on the journey of writing a book where he is teaching people exactly how to do that, how to go viral, how to make money. And I couldn't be more excited or more proud to bring to the stage one of our newest #1 best-selling authors, Austin Armstrong. Please, everybody, get to your feet, stand up, do the whole thing. Here he comes.
So many of you have asked me how I'm prompting ChatGPT tasks to automatically write my viral Facebook threads every day. So here you go. Super quick summary. Every day I share like 5 to 10 of these threads like this. They all go super viral, driving hundreds of thousands to sometimes millions of views. Here's my real-time analytics over the last 28 days. Yesterday I reached 15 million people and I'm doing 30,000 followers per month. ChatGPT is writing all of it.
Yeah.
Let's go.
There he is. I'm really excited. For those who are meeting you for the first time, Austin, I just want to say, 1, thank you so much for agreeing to come on and share with us today. And also, I think people who have never even heard of your book or kind of like the fact that you're this person in this space who's helping people get there it is. I would love for you to share what inspired you to say, you know what, I'm going to put this down in a book. It's time for me to write a book.
Yeah, it was the 20-year anniversary this year that I've been active on social media marketing. And I thought, what better time to put a book out there than after doing this 20 years? It's been a crazy journey. I've always wanted to write a book. I've never just made the time to do it. And that's why I reached out to you. We've been working together over a year now. I think I reached out maybe November,
around this time.
Something. And I'm like, this is a big goal of mine. I want to invest this. I want to, tax write it off. All the things. And yeah, it was just like, there's a couple big goals that I wanted to achieve this year. And getting a book out was one of those big goals, and it's hard work. Shout out to all the authors. It took to the very last month of the year to get this dang book out, but I'm so happy with how it is, and the feedback's been amazing. I just looked over at the Amazon page before we jumped on here. The 5-star reviews are rolling in, so I'm just happy about it, and I've been helping people for many, many years. It's been a crazy viral year for me. I've gained over 1 million new followers across my profile year alone. And it just felt like great timing.
Oh, Well, congratulations on your success. Congratulations again on being a #1 bestseller. I love that the 5-star reviews are pouring in, because I am literally a witness to exactly how much you put into this book. And I'm curious, we talked about this even between us behind the scenes. Like, there was like a shift from when you became a struggling creator to, I guess, now this multi 7-figure entrepreneur. Like, can you describe what that like turning point is, where that shift happened from struggling creator to the success that you're having now?
Yeah, I think the real big thing that threw me over the edge was getting fired from my last job. It basically forced me to bet on myself. So I was doing social media marketing for that. Gosh, that was about, I guess, about 5 years ago now that happened. And yeah, so 15 years really of creating content, mostly behind the scenes. I was pretty successful on MySpace early on, and then I was very behind the scenes for a long period of time. And I was just doing all this stuff and having successful results for other people, but it was never really clicking for me for whatever reason. And that was the big shift, I think, is when, and this is a chapter in the book actually, but I actually got accidentally CC'd on an email that they were going to fire me. And that was just like a huge gut punch. But it was a blessing in disguise to get that, because I just I had that decision to make of like, do I bet on myself or do I try and find another job in the middle of the pandemic? And I wanted to bet on myself. It forced me to make that change. And I really just was a bat out of hell with a chip on my shoulder to prove everyone wrong. And that just lit a fire under my butt. But that was probably the real event that triggered everything.
I think a lot of people can think of these like turning points, or almost like a pivot point, right? Where like it's just that thing that sparks that change.
Yeah.
And I think some of the things that you write about started to formulate as you made that change. You were like, all right, this is it. I'm going to go full time, kind of like burning the boat, so to speak. And you started to, I think, recognize some of the frameworks that you were using to gain some of the success. One of them that you talk about a lot in the book is the START framework. And I think this is huge, actually. Would you mind sharing with everyone what the START framework is and how you use it to get, the views and the comments and the things like that you're looking for on social media?
Yeah, absolutely. This is a video framework that I really came to from producing over 10,000 videos over the course of about 12 years in various different industries, and just studying as much content as possible. The big thing that prevents people from finding success online is, first of all, consistency, but knowing exactly how to structure content to bet the odds, to stack the odds in your favor. Yeah. And so that's what this framework essentially does. And so what it stands for, the S stands for stop the scroll with a powerful opening hook. You don't have that much time in this era of infinite content. You have to stop them in their tracks immediately. So you can't open up the video with, hi, my name's Austin, and in this video, I'm going to talk about, no, you've already lost them. So you need to stop the scroll with a powerful opening hook immediately. And then the T stands for talk about a problem or several problems that relate to that opening hook that you just talked about. This is going to create a little bit of a curiosity gap. This is going to pre-qualify your audience. This is going to hold their attention a lot more. So you can talk about one problem, talk about several problems that they're dealing with. The A stands for align. This is where you can align with your audience. This is the moment where you're able to briefly, keyword emphasis, briefly talk about yourself, share a case study, say, I've helped several people overcome this problem. I've overcome this problem myself, and now I'm on the other side of it. You're building credibility so that you're the right person to talk about those problems that you just brought up. The R stands for resolve. those problems that you just brought up, this is going to be essentially the meat and potatoes, the bulk of your video. One of the best marketing lessons that I ever learned was to give your best information away for free, sell the implementation. So in your video, you're resolving the problem for your target audience that you just talked about. You're giving them incredible information. They know you're the trusted source now. And then the final T stands for tell them what to do next. This is your call to action. This is now that I've helped you resolve that problem, if you want to contact me to work one-on-one on this thing, link in my bio, something or whatever your single call to action is going to be. And if you just follow that framework for short content or long form content, you're going to get way more traction on your content. You're going to get higher quality viewers. You're going to get higher quality leads. The whole thesis of the book, yes, it's called Virality, but it's don't be a content creator, be a business owner that creates content. And this is a framework that does that very, very well.
Yeah. So I'm going to put the link is already actually for the book is already in the description. So if you're on YouTube, it's below. If you're on LinkedIn or Facebook, it's above. But this is huge actually in the books. And I would highly recommend that people stick to this. It really, really is useful and works. Okay, so if you have any, I have a ton of other questions now, but if you have any questions and you're watching this, please go ahead and put your questions in the comments to ask Austin, because he will answer the questions live right now. If you're watching the recording when you see this, please still go ahead and put your questions, because I will get the questions to Austin and make sure that he responds back so that way you can get your answer. Okay, so one of my other questions is then, for content creators, what do you feel like is their biggest misconception in terms of like what they need to do in order to go viral?
Well, consistency is the biggest thing. A lot of people will say, I'll see comments every day of like, I've posted 10 videos and I haven't gone viral yet. And I think they don't realize how much work it actually is. Yeah. How many pieces of content that we spend a large amount of time on, only for us to get 3 views, myself, my mom, and my sister. Right. You know, it's all of those lessons and the grit that it takes to stay consistent. That's the biggest one, is that people think it's easier than it is and that they can half-ass it. You have to commit to this. This is basically my full-time job. I have multiple companies, yes, but I outsource and hire for things that I don't like to do, so that I can spend more time being that content creator and paying attention to the nuances in there. Another one is just like, let's see, there's so many, like, there's so many. That's the big one though. Let's just go ahead. Yeah. How easy that people think it is. Yeah.
Okay. So one of the things that I also think is really interesting is that once one video does, let's say, go viral, people immediately think that like people are making money from that video. And that's what I've also found to be like, wait, what? People think that? Like, could you explain a little bit about that? Because we're also talking about how to get paid. What's the difference between a video that goes viral and then actually getting paid from being on social media?
Yeah, so this is a great other common misconception, actually, is that the only way to get monetized and make money from viral social media is the ad revenue, the partnership program from YouTube, from Facebook, from TikTok, etc. And it's arguably the worst and the last thing that you should focus on. There's so many other ways that you can make a ton of money online. Let me give you a really good example. This is me personally. When my YouTube channel, this was now about 3 years ago, my YouTube channel exploded. It took me about 3 years to get to 5,000 subscribers. I wasn't even monetized because you have to have 4,000 hours of watch time. I had the subscribers, I didn't have the watch time. My YouTube channel exploded. One video, it now has 22 million views. It's a 49-second short. It drove 300,000 subscribers, one video. When that video exploded, millions and millions of views in a very short period of time, my channel was not monetized yet. So I didn't make any money on that video from
That
YouTube. Millions and millions of nothing there. But you know how I did make a lot of money is because I was in the links in the description of that video. So that video in particular was about 5 websites that feel illegal to know. And I linked to those websites in the description of my video with the affiliate links. So it ended up driving tens of thousands of dollars in revenue from affiliate marketing and for my marketing agency, because people wanted to know how to create videos like that. And so that's just one example. And there's a lot of countries out there. I have a lot of friends in different countries in Africa.
Wait for it. There's actually a question from Daniel.
Yeah.
He asked just that. So if you don't mind speaking to that, he asked, can I make it if I'm from Africa? I've been asking this question because some of those platforms are not monetized in my country. Perfect.
I feel like this was a setup, Daniel. This is exactly what I was about to answer, because I see this every day.
Great.
Yes. So Facebook monetization, and I think YouTube as well, and maybe even TikTok. My friends in Africa are not able to be monetized because the platforms have not rolled out ad revenue for you. Guys, don't worry. There's so many other ways that you can make money, and life-changing money. So I just mentioned affiliate marketing, for instance. So if you're already creating content in the AI niche or software space, or you promote any sorts of products or services, you can sign up as an affiliate. And anytime that you talk about that product or service and you get a sale, you get a commission of it. And the best part is that everybody gets paid the same, no matter what. So there are certain tools that I get $10,000 to $20,000 a month in recurring revenue from because I've continued to promote them. That's me in the United States. Daniel, you tell me what $20,000 a month is going to do for you in Africa. It's going to change your life.
Yes.
And that's just one of the ways. So, I mean, you can now create your own software tools. And I understand that there's a huge difference in salaries and the amount that a friend in Africa can pay versus our salaries here in the United States. There are some upstart costs sometimes to use some of the software in order to become an affiliate for the software, or to just help you be more productive. But you don't need to really start there. You can create your own content. You can create videos and edit videos for free, and just start to build momentum and then reinvest in yourself. But you can build out your own software tools now. I'm very excited about vibe coding. Now, there is transparently a cost involved with that, but you can create your own software tools and sell that for a subscription. I have 6 of my own software companies that I vibe coded. I'm not a technical person. I just use one of these tools that I say, create me an app that does this, 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 and then I refine it and perfect it and connect it to Stripe. And then I can promote that because I have the audience to do that. The audience, and then I drive my own subscription costs. I do affiliate marketing. There's a website called Beehive for email marketing. Now, this will have an upfront cost as well, but you can earn a lot more on the back end, where if you're a member of their premium tier, I think it's like $29 a month or something, you can turn on the Boost program, and that's other newsletters advertising in front of your free email opt-in. Essentially what this means is you just drive people to sign up for your newsletter, and after they put in their email, it'll also then say, would you like to subscribe to this related newsletter? And if they say yes, which is free to that person, you get paid for every email. So it's $1 to $2 per email. And so you can make a ton of money doing that. And so those are just a couple off the top of my head examples. You can sell products or services. You can do brand deals. Once you get a large following and large traction, software companies will reach out and just say, not even affiliate marketing, they'll just pay you up front to create videos about your products or services. So those are 4 different ways that you in Africa or any other country around the world can make a ton of money with viral social media content that has nothing to do with the ad revenue. And you can see, like, I kind of get a little passionate about this because It's like a huge pain point. That's why I brought it up before Daniel even said the comment. I see it every day, and I try and teach it. I have so many videos on YouTube. It's all in the book, guys. Like all of this stuff is in the book. Get this book. I'll teach you how to go viral. I'll teach you how to make money, even in Africa, my friends. That's why
And Daniel followed up saying that $20,000 will completely change my life, indeed. And that has been a blessing to follow your page.
That's the beauty of affiliate marketing is we get paid the same no matter where we are in the world.
That is, yes, amazing. And very, very true. And it is something that you talk about and you go into depth in the book. So I'm just going to reiterate that. If you have more questions about that, or you want like a step-by-step guide, literally get Austin's book. Again, it is in the description below. If you're on YouTube, if you're on Facebook or LinkedIn, it is above. You can go get the link, but I'll drop the link later as well in the comments. You guys can just click on it if you're watching the live. Again, if you have more questions, please keep them coming in. And so one of the other things I was thinking about, because you talked about it, right? We talked about AI briefly as you were even giving that example about affiliate marketing. How can creators use AI to scale without burning out? I think this is a really big question for all of us. Yeah.
So I mean, I would first start and look at what are your own symptoms of burnout. What would so what I typically recommend people start with is a time inventory. This is a great practice for productivity in your life. From the moment that you wake up until the moment that you go to sleep, mark down everything that you do. I woke up, I got out of bed, I made my sheets. It took me 15 minutes. I took my dog out, yada, yada, yada. I brushed my teeth, but then go into the work stuff. I opened my phone and I scrolled on TikTok for an hour. I went on Facebook or I checked my emails for 45 minutes. I made a video then I wanted to create a piece of content. And it took me 15 minutes to find the idea, 15 minutes to actually craft the idea, and then 5 minutes to post it. So it took about 35 minutes to actually create the content. And then you go through that the entire day. And then next to each tab, what is your level of enjoyment on this task? Do you like the task? Do you not like the task? Or are you indifferent? It doesn't really matter. And then associate a dollar value with that based on your value. So this is a really important thing that we should all do. Associate a dollar value with your time. It's a very important thing if you want to grow and scale in business and life. Associate a dollar value with your time. This is a great concept called Buy Back Your Time, book by Dan Martell. If there's a task that brings me low enjoyment and it is a low amount of ROI for me, I am going to find a tool or hire somebody to take that off of my plate because I only want to do the tasks that I enjoy and that bring me the most amount of money. So go do that practice and you're going to find the little annoyances. I'm going to bring this full circle of, so to prevent you from being burned out, find the things that you just don't like to do. Maybe it's, I don't want to find topic ideas. I don't want to write text content. I don't want to create videos myself. I don't want to be on camera. I don't have the time to schedule and publish content to every single post. I don't want to write blog articles. I don't want to do yada, 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 whatever it is. Find those things and then seek out an AI tool solution to solve that problem so that you have more time to do what you enjoy and let AI be the productivity tool to actually help you create better, more consistent content to help you avoid burnout. So you could start with a tool like ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini. I always recommend having like a base LLM that's going to be your go-to, your Jack of or Jane of many trades that can do a whole lot of different functions and research and text and image generation and a whole bunch of stuff. Start with one of those. Then you can get a little bit more as you have the budget or as you have more interest in exploring more specific tools. You can get into some software tools like Syllabi, which is my company, video marketing. So if you just don't want to show up and create videos every day, that's exactly why I created Syllabi. So it shows you the topic ideas, it writes scripts for you, It actually generates the videos. We have all the newest models in there. We have Sora 2, we've got Google VO3, we've got Seed Dance. We're adding Kling 2.6, which just dropped this week. We're always adding the newest AI generative video models in there. So you can create all of these videos automatically, and then you can connect all of your social media accounts and schedule and publish it out. So it's going to just save you tons of time every single day, every single week to create content that your audience is interested in. And I'm not saying do this as a full replacement, do this in addition. So, you know, when you feel creative, go in and create content how you would want to create content every day, and then let AI help you along the way. Create some additional text-based content, create some videos. That's how you're going to be way more productive. You're going to free up more of your time, and you're not going to get burned out. Because burnout happens when you're like slaving constantly for very little results for long periods of time, and you just don't see the success, and you keep grinding it out until you're like, I can't do it anymore. So like, just don't get to that point. Like, outsource it. Find a virtual assistant, use AI, whatever it takes. But yeah.
If that seems very relatable, right, just there, go ahead and put an R for relatable in the comments so we know that that's you. And that probably helped you out a lot. There's his website right there, Syllabi.io. That is also in the description and in the below or above, depending on which platform you're on. But definitely check that out, because certainly that's exactly why Austin built it, is to help people just like us in the things that we're doing. So I love that. Okay, so as we bring this in for a landing, I have two last questions for you. And again, if anybody else has some last minute questions, go ahead and put them in the comments. What do you think would be one simple video idea anyone could record right now today that has viral potential? Is that like a thing?
Yeah, I'm going to generalize it. I mean, you could go on Google News right now, type in your industry, and find a breaking news story in your niche. And then you could kind of loosely follow the start video framework, and, you know, start with an opening hook that's like, breaking news, this headline just happened in my industry. And then you talk about the problem, right? Like, this is breaking news because this. Here's the problem associated with that breaking news story, that article, or whatever. Hi, my name's Austin. Every day I break news in AI industry to help people stay up to date. The three biggest things that you need to know about this news story that matter for you are number one, number two, number three. And by the way, follow me if you want to stay up to date. And if you just do that every single day, you're following a framework that works, and you're news hijacking. So breaking news stories will always have a giant tent pole. And those are the types of videos that will go viral for you in pretty much any industry.
Whoa, all the snaps, all of the that is gold right there. Also, we got an R from Morris, who thought that what you shared about the AI is very valuable. He also wants to know, is there a tutorial or a class on it? It's called Virality. It's a book that Austin wrote. And you can get all of it. I put the link in the comments, so please go ahead. I can't wait to get my book. So
you can do this with the book if you buy the book.
Yes. So that is where you could go and get literally step-by-step tools. Austin and I joked about this. Actually, no, it wasn't even a joke. You were serious. Like, we had just finished completing the book. Like, the manuscript was done. We're about to upload it to Amazon and all the other places, right, for it to be available. And I remember you sat back and you were like, you know what, guys? If people just do what I tell them to do in this book, people are going to make a lot of money. And I was like, heck yeah, they are, because you're right. You like go step by step. But I was like, here's the thing though, the hustle is sold separately.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so true. I mean, you can, this might be a sad analogy, but like, you can only lead a horse to water. You can't force it to drink, you know? and I'm not calling everybody listening a horse right now, but like, listen, the tools, the strategies, they're proven. They're proven thousands of times over, multiple different industries. I do it myself. It's repeatable, but you just have to put in the work and you just have to stay consistent. It doesn't take that much money or very little, if any money whatsoever. You just have to show up. We were talking about this before too. I create content on my phone on selfie mode, kind of stubbornly to a point at this point. All of my videos, hundreds of millions of views on the videos, billions of views collectively, are shot on the selfie mode of my camera propped up on my laptop. You are enough. Your message is enough. You don't need the gear. You don't need to have your perfect hair. You don't need to have perfect everything. You are enough. Just create. Just start. Focus on micro improvements. Each piece of content, try and do one thing just a little bit better. And never stop. There's no how long will it take to see success? No, this is a new thing that you do. You brush your teeth in the morning. You eat your meals. You go to the gym. You drink water. You create content. That's what you do now. If you want to be successful, what are you willing to do? You have the blueprint. Just follow it. Just stay consistent.
On that note, I'm going to leave it there. I don't think there's any more questions I can ask. Oh, wait. Okay, there is one more question coming in from rhetorical report. Thank you, rhetorical report. What's your main platform now?
Yeah, definitely Facebook. I'm pretty active on everywhere, but Facebook, I have about 2.1 million followers on there. I post about 20 to 25 times a day. It's just where I see the most traction, the most ROI across the board, the most connections happening. It's just the best use of my time right now. But I am very active on every platform every day.
And again, this is all in the description, guys, above if you're on Facebook, or LinkedIn, below if you're on YouTube. But here's where you can find all of Austin's platforms. There's Instagram, Socialty Pro. That's Facebook. You can look for his name. On TikTok, it's Useful AI Websites. Definitely make sure you go follow that. YouTube, it's also Socialty Pro. LinkedIn, you can find him at Austin Armstrong. And again, his website, any of these platform guys, you can reach out to him. Austin is a real person. He'll actually respond to you. It's like a thing. We also have a comment from Wendy. Oh, I know who this is. Winston, your journey in virality spans 20 years of failures, experiments, and wins. Which story in your book do you think best captures the moment your entire approach to content changed?
Okay, so immediately what comes to, and good to see you, Winston. Immediately what comes to mind is when I went all in on TikTok. That was right after I got fired, and I decided to go all in on TikTok for content generation. And I saw a free webinar from a Facebook ad from Rachel Peterson, and I jumped into that webinar with just kind of an open mind. I was already on TikTok, but I was just kind of floundering, and I had one of the biggest, clearest aha moments in my life, and that webinar forced me to give myself an ultimatum and hold myself accountable. And how she framed it was, create content about what people are searching for. Like, oh my gosh, I've been doing SEO forever. This makes so much sense. Create content on long tail keywords. And that's what I did. And I said, okay, I'm only going to create videos on digital marketing tips and advice because of my business. That's my main objective now, is to get clients for my agency. I'm going to create 3 videos a day for 30 days straight. And if I don't see any traction, this is not the platform for me. And that single thing resulted in the trajectory of the next 5 years of my life. It enabled the entire content strategy for my agency that led that to become a multi 7-figure agency. It It's generated me multiple millions of dollars in multiple businesses and affiliate marketing. It's allowed me to hyper focus on a goal at a period of time. I'm going to figure this platform out, and I'm going to do it in 30 days. And if it doesn't work, then I'm going to try something else. And I that rinse and repeated. Like my first TikTok channel got deleted. That's a whole thing. But I think I did that with YouTube Shorts, and I figured it out. My channel went from 5,000 subscribers. I'm now at 640,000 subscribers. I did it on Instagram. I now have 850 or 840,000 followers on Instagram. I've done it with TikTok again. I now have 350,000 followers on TikTok. You just hyper focus and figure it out. And that was a big change, changing in my moment of content creation.
I'm telling you, it's all about those moments, those one-time moments that like change everything. Yeah. This has been so powerful. If you got a lot of value out of today's conversation with Austin, please put a V in the comments. Let him know, show him some love. This has been really, really insightful. I've read the book now, of course, but to me, hearing you talk about your stories again are just really invaluable. And it just is a reminder to me what I even need to do personally for my own business. So I want to thank you so much for trusting me and allowing me to help guide you through the process. I am so excited that this is now out there, and I am telling everyone that I can, please need to just all go get the book. Just go get it. There it is. Go get it. It is worth every penny and then some. So again, thank you so much, Austin. We got some V's here coming in, and some thank yous. So I know that you're off to do another podcast in Las Vegas, so good luck on that. And hopefully I will see you soon, and everybody else will see you on your platforms.
Yes, I appreciate you, Janelle. Thank you so much for everything. Go hire Janelle to write your book, y'all.
Thank you. All right, everyone. Well, that is the end of today's show. Thank you so much for tuning in. I will be back same time, same location next week, Monday, with either another author or some more tips for you for how you can write your book. Take care, everyone. Have a great day.